even though I didn't understand the 3 yet, I was still willing to wait, because there were other things that made enough sense to me. And I wasn't willing to just walk away from God, from a God who I never gave a fair chance. You get what I'm saying? And that's a problem with some people, They want everything to make sense to them in order for them to stick by God. And they are not patient enough to wait until the time comes where God reveal whatever he wants to reveal to them. So you know what they do? They walk away. And they miss that chance. They miss that chance. But I've come to understand that even when it gets to a point where God should give us, some kind of revelation of who he is or anything like that, it will never get to the point where we are able to fully understand and, fathom who God is, because it's just impossible. The created can't understand the creator. It's impossible. You will always, just by default, you're always below God. Your interpretation, you can't get it. You'll never get it. And you have to be all right with that. You have to be all right with that. Think back to when you were a child. Like, your parents might restrict you from a certain thing, and you never really understand why. But you settle with one out of two things. They say, they know what's best. You don't get it, but you're like, they know what's best, because so far they've proven to you that they're all right, right? They're all right as a parent, right? So it's either that, or you say, "Chum, they're annoying, man. Why can't I do this?" But then come years later and something happened and the light bulb start to flash, and it's like, oh, I get it now. I get it. I get why it never makes sense to me then, but now I get why they were restricting me from moving closer to that thing, but it would have hurt me, or it wasn't the best thing for me, or they were trying to protect something. You get it. It never makes sense to you at the moment, but you settle with one. Either they know what's best, or two, you can rebellious, whatever you said, they're annoying. When you get older, when you get to the point where you can do your own thing, you're gonna do it then. But either way, you obey your parents with not getting and fully understanding why they're doing the things that they're doing. You've got to get to that point with God. You've got to be able to trust him, that even when it don't make sense to you, it's okay, because he is still a God who cares. You have to know him on that level, that God, this is the kind of God that you are. You care. God, this is the kind of God that you are. You love me. And God, because I'm sure about those things right now, it don't make sense to me why you're allowing this to happen, or why you've allowed that to happen. But because I'm sure about those things, to know that you care, you know best, you love me, I'm all right with not knowing this thing that I want to know right now.